Hello and welcome back to Suspended Fanimation and Saturday Morning Blast Off. I'm your host, Dennis Patholkis, and like I said, it's Saturday Morning Blast Off. Sorry, I'm a little bit late. I'm about an hour late. I had to return one car that I was leasing. I've already leased another car, but I had to return the one that the lease was ending. And yeah, they didn't open up until 9. I didn't know that. I thought they opened up at 8. So I was sitting outside just going, okay, guys, come on, open up. Luckily, there was Starbucks nearby and all that stuff. So you don't want to hear about that. You want to hear about genre-related shit that we're going to be talking about today. Hey, everybody. Everybody in the chat, Filthy News, Stanley Tweedle, Penn Farm Girl, Joe Greer, Sculpted by Viking Bitch, along with Finobi. I saw he was making coffee, and you've already put him to work doing chores, which is good. Penn Farm Girl's there, Slurmy Scott. And I know a few other people are floating around in here, lurking as they normally do. And Morks, I know Morks was in here as well. So I saw that a little earlier. And Mark Maginot, how's it going, man? Yeah. So I'm going to start off with the obvious, like I've been saying since last week, Counterpart. I'm going to start off with Counterpart. And I do Counterpart every Sunday at 11 a.m. And of course, tomorrow's going to be no different. We're going to have episode 7. We only have 4 episodes left. That's right, 4 episodes of season 2. So watch Counterpart, talk about Counterpart, save Counterpart. Those are my 3 hashtags that I've been tweeting out quite frequently. And also Justin Marks, the writer and creator of the show, has been tweeting out all this stuff as well. And I've been retweeting as much as possible of that. Yeah, exactly, Penn Farm Girl. Hashtag watch Counterpart, hashtag talk about Counterpart, talk Counterpart, and hashtag save Counterpart. Those are the 3 things right there. Yeah, see, Filthy, that's the whole thing, though, is season 2 might be it. That might be the end of it. A lot of people do that. They wait until to binge it at the very end instead of supporting it while it's on. And that doesn't count towards what they're looking at the weeklies. That's what Stars is looking at. So right now, their ratings are in the shitter at the moment. They are pretty much non-existent ratings. And that's a shame because it is the best sci-fi show on TV. Yes, it is the best sci-fi show on TV. And yes, I say that's better than The Expanse. Yes, I do. I know those are fighting words for some people, but it is. It's very well written and just it's damn good. Really damn good. So I don't have to use a spoiler paddle today. Yay, because nothing's spoiling. Sorry, I've been up a little while here and no, movie Finovi, you're all my chuckle fucks is what you are. For those of you who watch the other great show that I cover, Future Man, you know what chuckle fucks are. So yeah, Penn Farm Girl, it is a different flavor than The Expanse. I realize that, and it's hard to compare the two, but if I had to choose between the two, I would watch Counterpart all day over The Expanse, to tell you the truth. That's how I look at it, is which one would I more binge watch in a single sitting, and it would be Counterpart. It's just I find so much just from rewatching episodes that I don't get from The Expanse. The Expanse is kind of like a one and done, and I like it. It's good and everything, but I find a lot more stuff hidden within Counterpart, and that's the way it's built. It's built that way. And yes, we don't have to choose right now. If Counterpart gets season 3, at least, being on Stars and under Lionsgate, who knows? So yeah. In Filthy News, yes, I know you've been playing Resident Evil 2. I haven't touched a video game in so long since I've been doing this. Is Future Man is Desert? Oh, Dessert. Okay. Sorry, Penn Farm Girl. Got it. Sorry, I don't mean to be the grammar person here. It's just I saw one S instead of 2. So Yeah, sculpted. Yeah, Viking Bitch says the same thing. I do find myself rewatching Counterpart, but not The Expanse as much as I like. Yeah, exactly. There's just so much going on. Yes, they don't have Amos on Counterpart Slummy Scott. Maybe that would increase their ratings if they put on Wes Chapman on there and just have him walk around every now and then behind Emily or something like that, topless, because I guess that would get more of the female people to come in, you know. Jimmy Olsen's Blues. Dennis Counterpart is great. True Detective is good. Orville and STD just don't have it. Yeah, the less said about Orville and STD, the better. I pretty much equate the two as the same animal, Orville and STD. Yeah, I don't waste my time on that anymore. I like I said, I was going to Thursday night, I was really in a dilemma about whether or not to do a video on the Orville. I know I said I was done after episode 4, but episode 5, I was just sitting there just kind of watching it going, oh, fuck, do I actually do one on this? Because I really didn't like the episode. It was the episode where Wesley Crusher trips over a bush and gets sentenced to death on a planet. Only they took it to an extreme and went way beyond what they should have done, and basically fucked up most of their continuity of their rules and stuff like that in the Orville. They basically just kind of flushed all their rules that they had done in the first season, and that's why I'm like, yeah, I can't do it. Slurmy Scott says, this may shock you, Dennis, but I'm not a female. Yes, I know that, Slurmy. I know you've been talking about the street cock quite a bit. Oh man, sorry about that. Oh, earthquake. No, it just hit my table there, and my table just went haywire. Stanley Tweedle says, yes, Dennis, the less about the Orville, because you're wrong. We'll agree to disagree on that, Stanley. It's yeah, exactly, Jody. It is the one with the mediators from TNG. That's pretty much all it was. It's taking bad Star Trek Next Generation and just kind of making it even worse. It needs a laugh track, is really what it needs, even during the serious moments. I think that's just what the Orville's missing. It's missing a laugh track. They need to do it from people that have been dead for 50 years, that have been laughing, and put it in there. Like, just have it keep running continuously on a loop. And I think it would make it a lot better. I don't hate people who like the Orville, man. I mean, if I don't judge people on what their tastes are, quite frankly, I like a lot of questionable shit too. And people call me on it all the time. I don't care. I mean, you like what you like. For me, and this is my own opinion on this. Honestly, I'm not trying to sway you, saying that it's crap or not. I'm not going that direction. So no, and yeah, the Krill are the Jem'Hadar, filthy. That's what they are. They really are. But yeah, Penn Farm World. The thing that got me is that Kelly and Bordish killed a shitload of people. They almost killed. I think they went into the double digits, honestly, and there was no mention of it whatsoever. So yeah, and then they also fooled an entire planet. They basically fucked with their religion. And there was no mention of that either. So I mean, yeah, yeah. Oh, I judge you, Dennis. I judge you. Is what Stanley Tweedle says. That's okay. People do. Exactly. I can't whether or not the show's trying to be a parody or serious. And there's times it tries, it's going really, really serious, and then all of a sudden it puts in this joke, and I'm like, what? That doesn't work. That's why I'm saying the laugh track needs to be in there 24/7. So yeah. Man, that's all yeah. So speaking of shit that pisses people off, Stan Lee died in November. Rest in peace, Stan. I mean, there was a lot of shit that was going on with him as this was happening, and there's a lot of people that voiced their opinions on things and didn't step in to do stuff that whatever that was. So now there is going to be a Stan Lee tribute that's going to happen here in LA at the Chinese Theater, and put on by Kevin Smith and friends. And it's going to have a whole bunch of celebrities that come in and talk about Stan Lee's life. These are people that didn't hang out with Stan on a regular basis. They basically kind of saw his life from afar, but were fans of his. Yes, they did kind of swim in some of the same circles like Kevin Smith and whatnot, but didn't hang out with him. The kicker of this is that the tickets are $150 or $200 if you want to stand up against the velvet rope during the red carpet walk-in. I shit you not. It's an extra $50 just to get up to the velvet rope. The proceeds are supposed to go to the Hero Initiative, which is a good initiative on its own. It is to help creators, comic creators, who don't have health insurance, retirement plans, that kind of thing, help them when they hit some kind of tragedy in their life, and helps them out. That's what the Hero Initiative is about. I'm telling people right now, fuck this whole Stan Lee tribute thing. It's crap. Just if you're going to spend that $150, if you have the $150 to spend on those tickets, put it directly to the Hero Initiative. Because I don't know how much of this is actually going to go to the Hero Initiative, to tell you the truth. They don't tell you what the percentage is on that. And it just really pisses me off that people take, and this is the stuff I had talked about before, that was going to happen when Stan died, is that he was going to be, his memory was going to be taken advantage of and used for exploitation of people and money. That's all it was. Just kind of like it was in the last kind of years of his life, where he was, his image, his name, himself was being used to mine a lot of money. So that Kevin Smith is involved in it, again, even lowers my opinion of him even further than it already had been. That's all I can say. That Mark Hamill's involved in this actually kind of really upsets me quite a bit as well. Yeah, Joe Greer III says, I read a similar suggestion on a post after an article. Yeah, that might have been me. Who knows? I know I posted some stuff out there. I actually posted on Deadline is where I read it at. And I posted on there to tell people to, yeah, just, you know, if you're going to do it, take that ticket price and donate it directly to the Hero Initiative. Much, much better. What was that here? Movie for Nobody says, hello, Slurmy Scott, man, I'm behind. This sound okay. No, Stanley Tweedle, you are not dead to me. No. You have to really do some really heinous shit to be dead to me. And yeah. So, and Vicky Bitch, right. Yeah. Kevin Smith has really lost points, in my opinion, not only selling out, but he's gotten so lazy. Yeah, he really has. You can tell he really sold out. He's been doing a lot of Supergirl episodes. He's been directing those. Yes, he's doing Jay and Silent Bob. You know, they're fighting off a reboot of the Blunt Man and Chronic movie. That's what the whole premise is of their next movie. Fuck that. I'll watch that. That's the shit I would say pirate that crap. He doesn't deserve any money whatsoever on that. And yes, that's the only thing I will actually advocate. Pirating is people that are fucking scam artists and just disingenuous people. They don't deserve money. They deserve to have money taken away from them. So, yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that. That's about as, you know, evil as I'm going to get on this show. Well, I take that back, because there is Bill Maher. That fucker. So Bill Maher has attacked comic fans once again. And I guess on his show, he's been getting a lot of shit for what he said about Stan Lee and Stan Lee's fans and how it's childish stuff. And he actually quotes the Bible in his latest rant about time to put away childish things. And yeah, I'm like, dude, stick to shit that you know. Oh, wait, what is that you know? You don't know shit. You don't even know comedy. You're so out of touch with what you're talking about anyway that no one really gives a shit. unless they're over 60 years of age. And then that's the only time they actually care about what you're saying. Because, get off my lawn. Yeah. I don't even know where to find his show at. I think it's on HBO or something like that, right? Maybe. Who knows? Who cares? Because Bill Maher does not matter to anybody in the world, really. And oh, by the way, Bill, I hope you choke on that fucking Marvel money that you got from Iron Man 3. Yeah, remember when you were on that? Yeah. So go fuck yourself, Bill. Is it HBO filthy? Yeah, that's what I kind of figured. Yeah, HBO is pretty much where there's no innovation going on right now. As you can tell, Game of Thrones is dying. It's their last season. Yeah, it has True Detective, but True Detective's been hit and miss, and no one goes to HBO anymore. Hell, when Stars has more innovative programming and innovative series than HBO does, yeah, Ed Brewer, he is a damn hypocrite, taking money from one hand and exactly. Which scene was he in Iron Man 3? I don't remember Maher being in that one. Jody, he played himself. There was a whole bunch of talking heads that were in there in the media, and he played himself, basically giving shit to Tony Stark for calling out the Mandarin. Yeah, so he was in there. He played himself. Yeah. So let's talk about something happy for a change. And I'm not talking about Happy, the TV series, because we talked about that last week, which is good to talk about. But I'm going to talk about Derek Robertson's other creation called The Boys. That's right. This summer, 2019, Amazon is going to release The Boys. Now, if you haven't read The Boys comic, what the hell are you waiting for? It's been out there for a while. It's really good. It's dark. It's very dark. It's Garth Ennis, by the way, as well as Derek Robertson. And damn, the last teaser trailer that just came out this week was really good. There wasn't much to it, mind you. It was mainly a lot of scenes set to music, but it was pretty damn good. I will be getting to that, Jody, in just a minute. I'm not done yet. I don't want to push too far ahead. I want to actually pace some stuff out. But yeah, man, The Boys looks awesome. And I love that Seth Rogen actually tweeted out about his production company, and that he was so proud of his production company because he's producing The Boys. He also produces Happy. He also produces Preacher. And he also produces a little show that I like to call Future Man that I'm covering as well. So as far as who knew, if you talked to me 3 years ago and said that I would be singing Seth Rogen's praises, I would say, get the fuck out of here. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. I wouldn't piss on that stoner if he was on fire. But now, the more and more I read about him and what he and Evan Goldberg are doing, yeah, they are killing it right now. Viking Bitch, they are on fire. They are the ones that are actually innovating stuff and taking it to, everyone keeps talking about this next level stuff. That's what these guys are doing. They're actually taking cable TV to the next level. And no, you don't want to hear me sing Stormy Scott. It's bad. I've been told that, yeah, as the old saying goes, who sings that? Yeah, can you let them do it? Thanks. Hey, Filthy, I wasn't a fan of Seth Rogen either. I'm not a fan of him as an actor, quite honestly, except for, God, what is it? It's the one with Anthony Mackie and Joseph Gordon-Levitt set at Christmas time. I don't know why that movie is really damn funny. So, but as a producer in what he's been doing creatively, damn. Yeah. And yes, Pen Farm Girl, he is a huge surprise. Yeah, and I did love so movie Fanobi, that whole fuck the seven, I believe was Seth's kind of thumbing his nose at DC Universe and the whole fuck Batman thing. I can see them doing that because it's about Superman, and yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. No, I didn't. I didn't watch the League Joker. There's a lot of people that are in that show that I'm not really fond of, and I think I tried watching like one episode, and it's also a subject matter that I just don't care about. So it doesn't. The jokes aren't geared towards me at all. So yeah, sorry, I haven't gone that way. And honestly, I watch way too much TV as it is. I don't have the bandwidth, unfortunately. Sculpted Little Art by Viking Bitch says, I would imagine that the boys would be slightly toned down for the show, but I am hoping it will be kept in spirit. I fucking love Happy, and they did stray far from the comic. They did, but there was other stuff in there that was just wrong, like the boxes that the kids were in, the way they were set up. Yeah, if you haven't seen Happy Season 1, it's on Netflix. Go and watch it if you have Netflix. It's wrong, but also wrong in the right way. And by the way, Joseph, who played Very Bad Santa, he's a great guy. He's a really nice guy in person. I met him, done an interview with him and all that stuff as well. And he actually plays Creepy Ed in The Punisher in the New York morgue. I was actually very surprised to see him. I was like, holy shit, it's Ed. And I mean, it's Joseph, man. I mean, Joseph is, and a weird little fact, Joseph was married to, oh God, and I'm just blanking on her name. She was Nadia in the American Pie series. And yeah, he was actually her in real life for a little bit there. It's like one of the weirds that I'm like, okay, man, good on you. That's all I can say. Yeah, Stanley Tweedle. Yeah, he is yes, a Viking Bitch. He does need a lot more work, and he is very keen on trying to get a pop made of Very Bad Santa. He likes the Funko Pops and wants one made of Very Bad Santa, which I have been trying to do. Yeah. Jody says, watched Happy with the Commander, and she was like, what the fork is this shirt at first, but when I tried to switch to a different show, she was like, no, keep it on. Yeah, it's like I said, it pushes boundaries. It really does. It pushes the envelope of what you can watch. And I was actually surprised that sci-fi allowed a lot of that stuff on there. I was very, very surprised. Considering that sci-fi is usually where, you don't see innovation going on. Mufinobi says, question, I've been seeing some ads for Deadly Class in front of the YouTube vids. They mentioned 45 million viewers. Seems high for sci-fi show. No, actually not, Mufinobi. They released it on YouTube about a month ago, maybe even almost 2 months ago. And it had 45 million views on YouTube. You can go and take a look at it on there. The whole episode, the whole first episode is up. So yeah, it's a good show. I mean, I cover it. And that's the reason why I cover it, because it's a damn good show. Yeah. And that's the reason why it has 45 million views for now, because it hit YouTube. If it was on sci-fi.com, their website sucks, honestly. So does their app. Their app is really bad because it's done by NBC Universal. And I'm kind of convinced that their web monkeys don't know what the hell they're doing. So, yeah. But yeah, Deadly Class, take a look at the first episode. If it doesn't grab you, it won't grab you then. It's set in San Francisco in 1987, which was a fun time. That's all I can say. And weird. And yes, Jody, The Tick Season 2 coming up next month. God, in a couple of weeks here. I'll be covering that as well. There's too much shit coming out. Oh, yeah. But what else came out was the trailer for one of my favorite comics, honestly, The Umbrella Academy. And that's going to hit Netflix as a series on February 15th. Again, The Tick, Umbrella Academy, all this stuff's coming out at the same time. And it's just like, holy shit, there's so much stuff coming out. Yeah, if you haven't watched the Umbrella or haven't read the Umbrella Academy, I highly recommend it. It's Dark Horse Comics. It is really, really well done. Excuse me. Written by Gerard Way. Now, if that name sounds familiar to you, Gerard Way is one of the guys in the Chemical Brothers, the band. Yes, the Chemical Brothers. He wrote it. Gabriel Ba is the one who drew it as well. And damn, it's some really good stuff. It looks like a YA the way Netflix kind of shot that trailer a little bit. It's not YA, nowhere near YA. It is a very cool kind of 80s vibe, but done in a modern way. Think of Mike Mignola-esque, if you will. Yeah, it's got that quite a bit in there. Viking bitch. I don't need to be in a diabetic coma with that sweetness. So, Pen Farm Girl says, I don't know Umbrella Academy, but it's been on my list for months. On your say so, Dennis. Yeah, it's really, I'm actually going to reread it. I've got my first two collections right here, and I'm going to reread it before the 15th, hopefully, so I can actually catch back up on it again. It's been a while since I've watched it. And yeah, Ed Burr, I am going to be damn busy next month. It's just going to be so much stuff. Where are we here? Sorry, I'm taking a look at the chat. Filthy News says, don't mean to get off topic, but is that a Nightmare Batman over your left shoulder? Because I have that figure too. That right there is not a Nightmare Batman. That is a Red Sun Batman. And I believe, yeah, that's Red Sun Batman there. I've also got what is that? Kingdom Come Superman, Kingdom Come Flash, and Kingdom Come Deadman over there. So, My Chemical Romance, yes, Stanley Tweedle. That is the name of the band. Did I say Chemical Romance? I meant My Chemical Romance, if that was the case. I get old. I forget the name of bands now. And the cover art was James Jean, right? Same dude did the cover for Fables. No, the cover art to this book is actually Gabriel Ba. It says so right down there at the bottom. Probably where my finger is covering it, but yeah, it's some very interesting artwork. It's very Mignola-esque. I really do like it. So yeah, if you haven't read it, definitely it's a great read. The second volume not as good as the first, so hopefully when they go through and do if they get a season 2, I definitely want to see what they're going to do for it. Stanley Tweedle, I haven't decided yet on Doom Patrol. I do want to watch it. I did like what I saw on Titans, and I have hope for it. It's just a matter of funding. I'm subscribed to a lot of shit right now, so it's yeah. Jody says, I was thinking of volume 2 and 3. Yeah, I don't have volume 2 actually is Gabriel Ba as well. I've got that sitting right here, which actually has a really interesting cover as well, and that's Gabriel Ba. But I do like that cover as well. But yeah, definitely worth the read, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. Because I mean, come on, man, you've got a guy with the head of his own head on a gorilla's body. Yeah. Stormy Scott says, I watched a dog video and now I get constant recommended pet vids. Enough already. That's the algorithm. That's your algorithm kicking in right there. That's what's happening. And on February 8th, Amazon is going to be releasing seasons 1 through 3 of The Expanse in preparation for season 4, which is going to be released later this year. We haven't gotten a date yet as to when The Expanse is actually going to be released on Amazon. We just know that season 4 is coming. We just don't know when. More than likely I'm guessing it's going to be around fall myself. They're going to allow people to watch seasons 1 through 3 and then have it come out in fall. Hey Dennis, how's your bandwidth today? A couple mentioned you've been choppy off and on. It probably is me. You know, it's a shitty old house, so it's yeah. That's what happens with the connection, unfortunately. Sorry. I mean, it's either that or I just record this and upload it, which would be hopefully bad. You know, which will be really bad anyway because I wouldn't have any interaction. But yeah. Fanobi Slurmy gets bombarded doggy style. Wow. I'm nice and clear now? Okay, good, Viking bitch. I wasn't too sure. Jody says, off topic, how about Young Justice Season 3? Any chance you'll review the first half of Season 3? Probably not, since it's already come out. And it's hard for me to catch back up again, especially with everything else that's going on. And yeah, I mean, honestly, there's so much stuff coming out that's of good quality and worth covering that isn't Doctor Who or STD or the Orville. So yeah, I'm going to cover the other stuff before I go to that. And like I said, basically once Swamp Thing comes in or Doom Patrol, I think Doom Patrol comes before Swamp Thing, if I remember correctly. I'm going to have to break down and get into the packaging of that series. So yeah. Yeah, the algorithm method is not a method of birth control, Slurmy Scott. That's a different method altogether. And remember, the jam is not blueberry jam or anything like that. That's a different kind of jam. So, and no, it's not the jam I do either. Yeah, Jody says no need to rush the release of Expanse season 4. It'll be well worth the wait. Yeah, they're going to build suspense to it. Filthy News says, I'm watching you on my PS4. Yeah, man, you were quite choppy. Sorry. That might also be the PS4 connection too. I know when they switch over to the YouTube stream, sometimes there is some issues, and I think I'm coming in lower resolution anyway. I don't know. Nice, Stanley. Diabetes is bad for the eyes. Maybe that explains the blurriness. Could be. Am I blurry? Is it better in number 1 or number 2? Jody says, hope you covered Young Justice. Season 3 has been pretty good so far. I've heard it's been good. I really wanted to watch it, but like I said, I've got to wait until Counterpart ends so I can get rid of Stars and then I can hook into DC Universe. Like I said, I've got to budget things myself too. So, and I don't want to go full on. Otherwise, I'd be paying like if I was paying for cable, like $150 and all that kind of stuff. Movie says Filthy might have been rubbing his joystick the wrong way. Hopefully not. Slurmy Scott says husband will be 78. Oh, okay. On February 22nd. Wow. I thought that was a TV show you were talking about there for a second there, Slurmy Scott. I didn't know what that was. So so we also got this weird little thing from Jeff Bridges on his Twitter of him dressed like the dude and from The Big Lebowski, and he's got kind of his back to the camera and he turns around, he's wearing his sunglasses, he's wearing his sweater, and he kind of looks down over his glasses, over his sunglasses, flips them back. I like how he did. He kind of flips it back up with his head and gives a little laugh like, huh, and walks away. And then it says February 3rd. February 3rd, by the way, is the Super Bowl for those of you who are into the sports stuff. And I don't know if it's going to be a commercial that's happening or if it's going to be a new, Lebowski series or a new Lebowski movie or what. But I'm guessing it's going to be a commercial more than anything else. But I would love to see a sequel to The Big Lebowski because honestly, it's a good movie. And the Coen brothers, if you haven't seen The Ballad of Buster Scruggs, which is on Netflix right now, it's a Netflix original that the Coen brothers did, which is kind of an anthology of different stories. It's good. It's really good. And it's a lot of fun. And there's a lot of people in it. A lot of people in it. Slurmy Scott says it's an ongoing drama show, Dennis, 44 seasons and counting. Does it have some sci-fi in it too? Because I won't watch it if it doesn't have any sci-fi in it. I don't want just strict drama. Yeah. Yeah. I know, Jody, that you can do DC Universe for a bit, unsubscribe, then return again after. It's just like I said, I need to budget and keep track of funds. That's all. So I don't go over. And yeah, Buster Scruggs was great. It was a good series, or a good little movie, I guess you could say. And yeah, so I'm interested to see what the dude's going to be doing. Yeah, I can see the dude as a series if done right, but I would rather just see a movie, to tell you the truth, see a sequel and see where the dude is now with him and Walter, what is it, 30 years later? Which would be very interesting to see. Very, very interesting. Or no, it's not 30 years later. Well, it's almost close to 30 years, yeah. So definitely some interesting stuff. Speaking of interesting, everyone knows who Mark Millar is, right? Kick-Ass and quite a few other things as well out there in the comics world. Wanted. Well, he's got a deal with Netflix going on, and he did a little book called Reborn, which is going to be made into a Netflix movie. And Sandra Bullock is going to produce it and possibly star in it as well. And Chris McKay is going to direct it as well. It's already been, put in the works. And you're going to say, well, what the hell is Reborn all about? Well, I'll tell you. So Reborn is a sci-fi fantasy comic series, of course, about a 80-year-old woman who dies in a Manhattan hospital. And she finds herself reborn in the prime of life in the afterlife world of Adistra. I probably just murdered that completely. But yeah. And it's a magical land of monsters, dragons, where good and evil are fighting eternally. She finds old friends, loved ones waiting there, but except for her husband. She doesn't know where her husband is. He died before her. And she's armed with a sword and partnered with her late father, and they set off through the battle-torn landscape on a quest to find out where her husband is. I don't know about you, but I'm kind of sold on that. It seems interesting. Yes, I know it's been done before in books, Terry Pratchett, Discworld, all that kind of stuff. But yes, I'm definitely looking forward to that one. Ed Brewer says, wait, it's 2019, right? Yes, it is 2019. Has been for at least 26 days. Yes, I know, I'm a smart ass. So, yeah, I'm definitely looking. Think of a nurse in the asylum containing Mr. Glass. Is that what you're saying? Viking Bitch does there, movie for Nebby? Yeah, Jody. Mark Millar. I'm really pretty much digging this at this point, and it's a movie. Netflix really needs to up their movie game. Their movies haven't been that great as of late. You think they are, and then you go into and you're like, oh, this is just a shitty movie. I heard Io that has Anthony Mackie in it sucks balls, and that Anthony Mackie's only in it for like 10 minutes, even though they're promoting it like, he's the star of the movie. No. And I was about to watch it too, and then I read something on it. I'm like, oh no, because I've already been burned on this before. There was another movie about something apocalyptic where they had to travel across the country to find this guy's pregnant girlfriend, and it was a bad movie, really, really bad Netflix movie, and I was very disappointed that I went all the way through it because it pissed me off by the end. Joe Greer is speaking of Red Sonja. So Red Sonja, they've been talking about making a Red Sonja movie forever. Well, supposedly Bryan Singer is attached to direct a Red Sonja movie. Has been for a little while here. And The Atlantic just recently released a article that has dredged up some old stuff about Bryan Singer, about his sexual allegations. And they actually did 12 months worth of research on this. They actually talked to not only their lawyers, but they also talked to Bryan Singer's lawyers about a lot of this stuff, about some of the allegations. And they have 4 men that they interviewed, that the basis of this story, where they were all underage, allegedly, when Bryan Singer molested and or had sex with them. And this has been going on for a while. They've been talking about this now for 20 years, and more than 20 years, honestly. And how he hasn't been caught up in this whole the Weinstein scandal that's been happening, the Me Too stuff. Yes, actually, Mufinobi, Bohemian Rhapsody, because of this article, got taken off of the GLAAD Awards because Bryan Singer is listed as a director on that. So because of what happened there, they took Bohemian Rhapsody off of the GLAAD Awards for movies on that. And yeah, Stanley Tweedle, I really, really don't want him directing Red Sonja. I really don't want him directing Red Sonja because he sucks. I'm sorry. He doesn't do action well at all. Not only that, if any of these are even remotely true, I don't want that fucker anywhere near another movie again, let alone making money. Gen 13 is what you're talking about, Jody. The Rooster Teeth. Yeah. Gen 13 was a pretty good comic, and I'm interested in the animated series, but I don't know how much time I can devote to it, honestly. But going back to Singer, yeah, if there was a lot of things I've heard about, and I'm not anywhere in the movie industry at all, and some of the shit that I've read about tangentially is these allegations are that he brings in young men to live in his house and all this kind of stuff, and plies them with the parties are basically predatory parties, which we know go on in Hollywood. They have been for a long time. Talk to Corey Feldman about that kind of stuff. He knows all about them. Slurmy Scott says, when I was young, see old pick, I went to many parties like that, turned down offer to move in with a Hollywood actor. Interesting. You guys are talking about the Sopranos prequel. Everything's a prequel now. It's a prequel or a sequel or do some new stuff for a change, man. That's why I like The Boys. The Boys is going to be new stuff.